questions for Tyler?
Tyler, I know last season didn't end the way you guys wanted it as a team, but for you, it was a big deal to be in the playoffs after missing the run before. So I'm curious as to what did you personally take out of that Boston series and how they chose to defend you as well?
First of all, hello everybody. No, it took a lot away from last year overall, and obviously last playoff. They kind of being, I don't want to say the number one option, but kind of being that first scoring option in that series. I definitely was guarded like that. From Drew to Derek White and Jalen Brown, just rotating different guys on me, seeing multiple bodies at once. Being very physical with me off the ball, kind of not letting me get comfortable and letting me getting comfortable and getting into my game. But I took a lot away from that scenario right there, to be able to play with a guy leaning on me, a guy having their body on me the entire time, and not taking a body off me on that offensive end is something I worked on all summer, just trying to create different space without having the ball in my hands. So I'm excited to be back and kind of get after it.
Hey, Tom. You alluded to it just recently, but suppose talk about how you had a really good summer in preparation. Was there anything different you did this summer compared to previous, or is it just sort of business as usual?
Just business as usual, trying to continue to get better every single year. Getting stronger, continuing to keep my mind right, get my mind right, and prepare for this long season. And obviously, trying to stay healthy is a big thing for me this season. So yeah, being healthy is my biggest thing. Really.
Suppose up here saying that you added some weight, and you just alluded to it there, but what work did you put in to kind of add to your physicality and maybe to help you stay healthy through the season?
I was eating a lot of food this summer. Honestly, I was just eating everything. That was my goal, was to kind of just. I ended the season 189. I weighed in at 201 this morning, so I gained like 12 pounds, and this is the heaviest I've came into camp in my career. So trying to keep the weight on and being able to stay healthy, I think that will help. Being more durable, having a little bigger frame throughout the 82 game season, and then just taking care of my body recovery wise, and truly being a professional in that side of the sport. I put the work in on the court, and in the weight room. It's kind of all about staying healthy and putting that recovery work in as well.
Tyler Spo just said that he wasn't going to talk starters, and then he listed you, Terry, Bam, and Jimmy, which we took to indicate he's already got 4 of them kind of penciled in. I know you get asked it every year, and people talk about your role every year. Why does starting matter? And you honestly care one way or another, as long as the minutes and the role and being part of the closing unit, all that stuff is there?
Honestly, I'm gonna just leave it to Spo and Pat. Whatever they say I am, that's what I am. Y'all can say I'm a starter, I'm off the bench. We're gonna let the best coach in the league decide. We're gonna let one of the best GMs or presidents ever to do this decide. If I'm starting or coming off the bench, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to win a championship.
With that said, Tyler, suppose talking about kind of the dynamic of you and Terry. We obviously get to see it for a long period of time. I guess what are you kind of looking at to kind of for this season with that pairing? How do you think can make it work for long periods offensively?
Yeah, I think it can work, tremendously in a good way. We're both, I would say, a little bit smaller guards, but we're fast. We can both shoot the ball. We can play make. Our games are similar in that way on the offensive end. I think the biggest thing is just trying to come up with different collaborating ways of how we can share the ball with each other. And a big part too is I think I'll play off the ball a little bit more this year than I have in the past. I've worked on that all summer. I still can handle the ball and get into pick and rolls, but really being effective off the ball in that starting 5 lineup, if that is the lineup, and I think I'm ready for it.
Tyler, there's obviously a lot of positives that come out of picking up weight and everything, but a couple of the drawbacks from people in the past, maybe it's a little more stress on the joints and maybe it's a little bit more difficult with movement and everything. Just curious what you've sort of learned over the years and how to adjust to that. And obviously as somebody who's trying to stay healthy this year, is that one more thing you have to sort of think about?
Yeah, for sure. As I was adding weight, kind of just being able to stay with my different movements that I work on, making sure my body is still being able to move at the speed I wanted to, even though I did gain a couple pounds, which I think it is. I've gained weight in the past and I've kind of lost it throughout the season, obviously with a lot more conditioning in the season, and the scheduling is harder for me to stay on the diet that I was on this summer, but we've kind of put a place and plan where hopefully I can keep my weight on, and I think that'll help me throughout the season with staying healthy. And like I said, a big part of staying healthy is recovery and trying to take advantage of all the little times that I can get recovery.
Tyler, you talked a lot about the physical side of your game. As you've gotten older and the more you're in the league, how much has the mental side grown, and what have you tried to, is that balance of, trying to improve, not trying to listen to what's coming from the outside, focused on what you're trying to do, the mental side of it?
Yeah, I think mental is 90% of the game. I put in a lot of work that I can always fall back on. I think a big part of it is mental, like you said. And I think throughout, this is already year 6 for me, so I definitely have matured in my mind of, last year I was coming in like, I'm trying to score 25 a game, and like this year, I'm just here to play, have fun, be myself. Whatever I end up averaging, I end up averaging. I'm not here to push any agendas of all-star or anything like that. I'm just honestly here to have fun, win a championship with the guys we have, and just go from there.
MGM Remake Sports Media. Tyler, I see you rocking the low cut this season. Was this something that you just wanted to change the appearance, or is this the game face locked in mode?
It's a little bit of both. Definitely cut the hair down. I'm gonna keep it like this throughout the whole season. So it's all business, and it's kind of my little military cut I'm going with. So kind of like it for now.
All right, Tyler, that's all we got for you, bro.
Appreciate it.